We'll be going over IRS Notice CP153. This is a tax notice that your company might receive if you applied for a certain credit on IRS Form 8038 CP and the IRS could not make that payment via direct deposit because of some account information. So as a general rule, whether it's through this notice or a similar notice, the IRS will attempt to make payments using direct deposit information given by the taxpayer, but there are times where the checking number or the account number or the routing number is incomplete or missing characters, illegible, or is not correct. So what the IRS will do is simply send a check to the address that's on file. So a couple key points here. We're going to take a look at the information at the top of the notice before we get down into it. But I would say, as an advertisement, this in particular is a very important reason why you should always keep your address on file up to date with the IRS. So anytime there's a mistake with your direct deposit information and the IRS ends up sending a check out, you want to make sure that the check that the IRS sends you is sent to the correct address. So you can update your address either by filing your most recent tax return. Most people, their tax records are updated as soon as their tax return is processed by the IRS, if it has a different address. Or you can file the change of address forms. So for individual taxpayers, it's IRS Form 8822. For business owners, that would be IRS Form 8822-B. And we'll put links in the show notes to resources we've created about both of those forms. So in the upper right-hand corner, we see the notice number, CP153, the notice date. In this case, it's February 1st, 2015. There's an employer ID number, a lot of information which is redacted. So not sure why the IRS location is redacted here, but this information field would be the taxpayer's address. So again, make sure that you keep your address on file. IRS Form 8038-CP. So I'll pull up a copy of it right here. This is a form. It's a return for credit payments to issuers of qualified bonds. So not a whole lot of taxpayers will be filing this form. But if you issued bonds, then you can receive a credit for certain payments based on those bonds. So let's get back here. Basically, there's information about the bond that was issued and IRS, interest payment date, issue price, QSIP number, which is the serial number of the bond. So basically, all of the information that you put on your tax return, the IRS is regurgitating it here in this notice to make sure that you understand in your records what this is talking about. If you don't receive your check within 4 weeks, you can call the IRS at this toll-free number, and then we're just going to take a quick peek at this page to see if there's any additional information. So let's see. Your refund will arrive in 3 to 4 weeks from your date of notice. Please call the number listed if you haven't received your refund check. And then frequently asked questions. So why can't the IRS send me a direct deposit for my return 2 years ago? Well, direct deposits are only available for current year returns. They, as a standard practice, will mail refund checks for earlier year returns. If you want your next year's refund to go through direct deposit, you would need to complete the direct deposit form. There's a Form 8050 for corporate tax refunds, and then you would attach it when you file your 1120 or your 1120S. And then I guess attention to detail when it comes to the direct deposit information on Form 8038 CP. So pretty straightforward. Probably not a lot of people receiving this notice, but If you receive this notice, now you know what it's about. And similar notices, whether it's a similar CP notice but for a different payment, generally the policy is that the IRS will attempt to send any credits or any refunds to the direct deposit account listed on your return. If they cannot, they will send a check to your address of record. So it is important that you keep your address up to date. And if you have any issues, try to contact the IRS. As a standard note, in recent months, people who have received tax notices have experienced almost a universal failure rate when it comes to contacting the number listed on their notice. So service quality is down at the IRS. At the time of this recording, we're still in the middle of the 2025 shutdown, so service levels are definitely not getting any better. But unfortunately, the IRS is the only game in town, so you do have to maintain some sort of perseverance to get what you want. If you can't get through on the phone number, then the taxpayer service centers generally will be the first stop that you can take to be able to get through to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So with that said, patience, diligence, perseverance, they're all key to getting the result that you want. So unfortunately, that's kind of the current state of affairs. So if you have any questions, if you need any assistance, please feel free to reach out and ask any questions. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or if there's a topic you'd like to see in an upcoming video, please hit me up in the comment section. Thank you very much and have a great day.